EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the rocky coast of Maine and the cliffs at Lighthouse Pointe, it's third-round coverage of the Maine Classic. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Novello is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. Well, I don't think that's how you envision things starting. A wayward first tee shot, but he's going to get away with it as that ricochets back into the fairway. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand. And a good chance to save par. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he's going to stay at -24. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Pointe, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. It's such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
Okay, safely aboard. Oh, yes, a brilliant roll there. It's birdie here at number 2. And he's got it to 25 under par now. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Pointe. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And with that, his score moves to 26 under par. Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front nine completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee, and you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing and a big drive as well. Put it in a great spot off the tee. Has just 86 yards left for his second shot. See what he can do with this. And this going to wind up on the fringe and not particularly close either. Bit of a misstep there from a pretty good number. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Okay, that's a good putt. It is in to save par. He's going to stay at 26 under par. Now the fifth hole, par 4, 481 yards.
Find the fairway, and it's a fairly generous one. You should have a shot, but you want a nice lofted one over that front bunker to land softly on the green.
Oh, that is squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful as you're going to see. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
He's got 142 yards to the front, 153 to the hole, pin sitting on the left half of the green.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll remain right where he is. Par 3 6th is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
Yeah, very good shot, taking it in right of the hole, and a good look upcoming. 5 feet now for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that is going to move him to 27 under par. Par 4 7th, only 370 yards. Frank, decision to be made off that tee.
It is. I walked this hole, Rich, to the narrowest point of the fairway. It's 278 yards. And if you want to carry that left side, you're going to have to be strong, 300 yards. So really, I don't know if driver's the play. Maybe even 3-wood's too much. You might have to throttle back even further. So the hole might be short. You just might get a little bit of a longer second shot than what the scorecard would normally allow you.
So often we talk about needing precision off the tee, and this is how you do it. That is dead center.
Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. He moves to 28 under par. Getting set at the 8th hole, it's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
This one looks right on point. That one safely on the putting surface. This only about 5 feet for birdie. third consecutive birdie. He'll get that score to -29.
Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating.
That's the kind of swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done.
Ooh. Good second shot. That last bounce, a little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
Now this for another birdie. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And the scorecard's looking pretty good after 9 holes. That's a 29 6-under par.
Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often...
That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect.
It was a good strike. I could tell that by the sound as the ball came off the club face. That little bounce and check. Well done.
There's another one. It's 5 birdies in a row. And that score continues to impress. He is now at 31 under par.
Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Battelle really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making drive or almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday at golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
Just a little beyond the hole, but pretty handy right there. Chance now for another birdie. I mean, this is just becoming too easy now. That a 6th consecutive birdie. That's going to move him to, you ready for this? 32 under. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Boy, just machine-like right now. 6 birdies in a row, and now another tee shot in the fairway.
That's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Still to go. Yes! 7 birdies in a row now. And he's going to move to 33 under par. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there. Still well over 300 yards to the flag. So getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. He jumped all over that 3-wood and still couldn't quite get it home. Comes up just a little bit short, Frank, but pretty good shot.
Yeah, still in prime position on this par 5, Rich. That was 2 big hits.
Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. Now this for another birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And that's going to get him to minus 34. And to the 14th hole. Okay, fortunate there. That ball hops onto the green, and he'll be left with that for his birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's going to move to minus 35 for the tournament. 15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green that really the only problem is if you go long.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. Yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And he is just unstoppable right now. We begin the finishing stretch here at Lighthouse Point with the downhill 241-yard par 3 16th, bunker in the back, but open access to the pin otherwise. Fun hole here. we go. Okay, that one's dancing. Chance now for another birdie. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And he just continues to impress, moving to 37 under par. Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day.
The fairway. Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5.
Oh, that was unlucky too. If that ball had just slowed down, it could have been an eagle putt. Just kept going. Oh, just over the back.
A great opportunity here for birdie. Nicely done. A birdie finished off here at 17. And he'll gain another one and move to 38 under par. We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss-hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot, let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway, just going to leave you a short iron and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie. Well, somehow the ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage.
Now note his second from the fairway.
110 yards to the front, 112 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge. Sand wedge in the air, coming in just left of the hole, but should end up very nice.
And final iron shot of the day, and it is one of the best we've seen here at the closing hole.
Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. So a final look at the leaderboard, and this has just been a runaway so far. Our featured golfer miles in front with 18 left to play.
I'm still scratching my head trying to find the difference between, a featured player and the rest of the field, but it's just better off the tee, better approach shots, better putting, different league.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.